Good morning. Happy Sunday. Live reaction. Will crashing out on his baby mama. And as usual, a dirty delete. He been accusing this girl of giving her his job information. It wasn't her that it came from. And it only got confirmed when he filed those court documents. But he blames everything on Westie. So if you take Bestie's side against him, you're not a logical thinker. You just coddling her and you on her side because she a woman. He full of shit. He is a chump. He put almost 3,000. Hold on. Uh-uh. A lie don't care who tell it. There's no way that man spent over 3,000 on her and she didn't show it. That girl showed damn $10 worth of groceries. Say he sent wished Thomas happy birthday and sent him some money more than his dad. What if it was five? It's better than nothing, but it's more than five. Say how much it was. What was it? 10? Nothing to brag about. This man full of shit. He bringing her other kids into this conversation because he been called out about his his lack of attention with her kids. He said Momo love him, but in that video, Momo is yelling in the background. It sounded like Momo said, "Get out, get out." It's sad. Mm-mm. If you in a if you in a committed relationship with a woman and she got other kids, even if y'all ain't married and y'all about to live together, is it your responsibility to provide for her other kids? Because the answer is yes. You chose that woman with them kids. That's a package deal. What's wrong with this man? He almost 50. My peer. He's ridiculous. Excuse the background noise. Trying to clean up why he popped up on her. Why you blocked? You the baby daddy and you blocked. What? This a man who wouldn't claim the kid legally. He need to shut up. Why are we even entertaining him? He a simp. I wanted to live with her, but you didn't. Nobody gives a damn what you wanted. I love her kids. This is the first time she came in, the kids came in the conversation. Unless it was a shot at the kids' fathers. He just trying to do damage control, I guess. To his for his character, damage control. Excuse me. The woman is crazy, but he chose her. He was with her for how long before he impregnated her? She can't be that bad. You said 3 years. The baby is only a few months old. Come on, bro. But she's mentally ill, though. You feel me? That's what he said. Something wrong with him. There's something wrong with both of them. Live reaction to the People's Show. Plenty of women have worked. I'm probably gonna come back and do it just like I did yesterday with the other thing. My bad, y'all. Live reaction. I had just got up, was about to go back to sleep, and noticed that this chump was live. I personally think he just trying to beat the folks catching him because he like to live drag her dirty delete. But hey, good morning, happy Sunday. Plenty women have worked up until the day they gave birth. How dare a man? How dare a damn man? Boundaries. He got receipts on her not giving the baby his last name because they're not married and he trying to excuse it. It is what it is. And look at how he's showing up. She did the right thing. She did the right thing. Live reaction to the people's chump. Over there being a chump. Good morning, y'all. Happy Sunday. I thought I was about to make a little bathroom run and go back to sleep. Grab my YouTube, scroll, and guess what? Caught this chump live. What a simp. A wimp. A wussy. He's saying he told her that she can come over there. Bullshit. And that ain't what he said. He kept saying before he wanted to. She didn't want to do that. Boy, he changing that story up. He kept saying he wanted to. He never said he offered her to. He said he wanted to, but he told her she basically had to get a job. That's because he broke. Now he trying to change it and make himself look better. They both crazy. Good morning, Alexis. Good morning, Coke. Good morning. Good morning, Travel Diaries. Woe is me. Look, listen to this. She he handling his responsibilities, but he ain't gave her no money and he ain't bought nothing for real. Nothing significant, according to her. And she trying to put him on child support, but let the other two get a pass. That's basically what he's saying. But guess what? Even if it was true, she only put one of them on there. It's still your child. Even if the other two did get a pass, you still don't have an argument because that's your child. Because that's your child. You got to take care of them. And if you're taking care of him, then what would be your gripe for real? But she said he ain't taking care of him, and I believe him. Look what he showed up to the baby shower with. This man is broke. I don't know if y'all heard me. Good morning. He talking about he asking if the baby need diapers and stuff. But bullshit. This man showed up to the baby shower with clothes and a pack and play. Is you kidding me? Nick, the last the last one I did on him got cautioned because of all that cussing. He infuriates me. This man almost 50 years old. He know better. He just a bum. A bum. This your sixth rodeo. And you having a post-COVID kid. That shit about 3 times as much as it used to be. Let me not curse. I'm not gonna curse y'all. I'm gonna clean up my mouth today. Good morning, y'all. Happy Sunday. Live reaction to the people's chump. He talking about, because on the screen it showed his last name. She doing a switch up. Do you not realize? But so she's the one manipulating. When the hospital can, you never know who they talk to. If they heard his last name, they might have automatically assumed, right? Because especially because she's wearing a ring, they never know. That doesn't make it her fault. And y'all know I don't fool with the bestie Westie. I don't fool with her for real. I don't like the fact that she won't have to hold the back of the baby's head. I don't like her smoking in the room with the baby. I don't like any of that. But she did good last night. She did good last night. Don't let that man pop up at your house. He didn't sign the birth documents. Hold his feet to the fire. She trying to hurt him by not giving the baby his last name, but the other kids don't have his last name. One got a hyphenated version of his last name. The other four don't. So that's 5 kids that don't fully have your last name. And the last one was trying to hurt you b- by not doing it. What's the difference? So the other ones wanted to hurt you too. That means you got problems with all your baby mamas. So this time it's the bestie that's the problem. You see what I'm saying? Y'all forgive me if I sound like I just woke up. I did. I was getting ready to go right back to sleep, and I saw this fool was live. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go back to sleep. Good morning. I hope y'all feeling good on this Sunday morning. She said he gave out. He's saying now that the bestie gave out his number, but his number came from the court documents. I watched the live of the person that called him and I saw his court documents. I have them. His phone number is in there. She said she got them from the court documents. That was the original statement. That live no longer exists. She didn't put out, I never saw her put out his number. It came from the court documents. But the last deleted live, he basically said that even if it came from the court documents, it's still her fault because she's the one who announced that he had done court filings on her. So he's going to always find a way to blame her and never take accountability. You put your number in the court documents, which is public record. If people got it and some of them use your information, you gave the info out. If she's accused worthy and guilty, then accuse her of it. But he did nothing. This man went to visit his baby in the middle of the night. She wouldn't let him in, and he is mad as hell. He crashed out on her last night. He got this video posted up of her. You don't want to go look for it. Go to my wall and look under my most recent post. There's a link to it there. His revenge video. It's not corn, but it's revenge. It shows narcissistic abuse, if you ask me. And now he woke up in the morning crashing out on her because he's losing control. He forced himself to stay at her house the second to last time. She said she wouldn't let him sleep with her. He tried. She wouldn't let him. Then he popped up this time last night in the middle of the night. She wouldn't let, woke her up out of her sleep. She wouldn't let him in. He threatened to call the police. She said, oh, well, the police never showed up and he went away. She said he always talking about he gonna call the police, but the police don't ever show. That's crazy. Why she got to tell me he wanted to visit his baby in the middle of the night? What the hell? That's an infant. He's awake and sleep all throughout the day. He work at Panera. He got weekdays and other days off. Go when you off. Any day of the week. And it's not his baby because he didn't sign for him legally. She's doing the right thing. Since he didn't want to sign for the baby and you got to go through all this court documentation, make him wait. That's what he asked for. That's a 50-year-old man. Almost 50. So I'm gonna call him 50. If you ain't heard me say it before, I'm not saying he's actually 50. I'm saying he's around 50 years old. This ain't new to him. And it's his sixth kid. And it's not the first time he had this problem with a baby mama. It's all in the court filings. He's just playing a game. He's like a child. He got people in his comment section amen in him. Boy, bye. You a chump. All he ever wanted was the best for her. Now Wizzy, he wanted the best for her. Her kids not. They're suffering. This is me repeating him. He's just repeating narratives that he's heard on different channels, including mine. He watches mine, by the way, because that last live he dirty deleted. He was talking about me and how I breathe when I talk and all that other kind of stuff. Boy, go somewhere. You a chump, Nick. We about the same age. It ain't no way. Ain't no way nobody our age supposed to be acting like you. Go. Calling me an old lady. You an old man. But my point to say it is that we're about the same age. I know his age from the court filings. And the way he acts is out of pocket. It's not, it don't even fit with his age. And the fact that he got this is sixth rodeo with a kid. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Now you talking about the different people that she done went places with and who she slept with. And in the messages, she said she was selling cat. You was a and she said they wasn't talking. And he's been a revolving doors, not far fetched. It's sad she had to sell cat while this man was lightweight claiming her. Oh shit. I forgot to turn this damn, I forgot to turn that off. I, I gotta edit that. She's crazy. He's crazy. Wow. He should be embarrassed. 50-year-old man. Y'all claiming him? Or y'all rejecting him? He ain't manly. And he started off talking about what men do. What you responding to me? Because I ain't hear nobody else talk about that. That was my commentary on you last time. You do not act like a real man. You're obviously genetically a man. Your behavior isn't manly. It's bit made. Excuse me. In my opinion, in my opinion, somebody said if she was halfway, oh, her. Somebody said, why is she giving your number to other men? Oh yeah, shorty. No, he's toxic. Wow. Do she plan on? Woo. Somebody said you choose to continue to deal with her. So what does that say about you? Period. Because they'll never take accountability. Somebody said, well, clearly, why would you go over there at 11 o'clock at night? Come on, y'all. He ain't gonna answer that. Money ain't his master. If he gotta pay child support, he don't care. But he been itching and complaining about it since the baby been born. Boy, bye. You care? $700 for 5 kids, a couple thousand a month. Boy, you pressed. Somebody said. Somebody said you older than her. You're supposed to be an example. Will, come on, y'all. You forgave her and allowed her back in your life. No, she forgave you, fool. It's given. I don't believe a damn word out your mouth. And now you're crashing out. Come on. Did, did I not just say that? Because somebody put it in the comment section. He talking all that mess and he crashing out. She need a therapist. No, they both need a therapist. If you're going to call it both. This person is on his side and not surprised. They just be licking butt crack. Tips World, good morning. Welcome in. Live reaction to the people's chump. You know you like to go live and dirty delete. Somebody said, I thought you was upset because you went there at 11 to give her some medicine and she didn't want them. She didn't want them pills. That's what happened. She said medicine was actual talk when he said you need your medicine. He popped up at her house unannounced at 11 o'clock at night, woke up the whole household to give her her medicine, talking about he want to visit the baby. She refused it and wouldn't let him in, threatened to call the police, made a ruckus, finally left, and then he been crashing out all night. And he thought he was gonna go live right now and dirty delete and it wouldn't be caught like it do when he normally does. But I'm just when I tell y'all, almost didn't get. I was like, "Oh, I gotta go. I don't feel like moving right now." Got up and went to the bathroom. Scrolled real quick. This fool live, and he had just started it. So boom, here we go. Live reaction. Let's go. I can go back to sleep. That's fine. I'm about to live react to you. And if anybody wants to know, yes, I brushed my teeth. I know y'all heard me. I said I'm going live and I'm gonna go on and freshen up, even though I'm about to go right back to sleep. Or I might not. I might be awake once this is over. You never know. Should get a super early start to my day. Take me a nap or something. Look, he up. So he's not. He paused for a long time. She needs that. She needs therapy. She needs. She got father issues. She might, but that don't take away from the fact that he got mommy issues. See, it's he literally speaking to things that have been said about him. I'm not the only one that sees his mommy issues, but I saw them. And it doesn't matter if she has father issues. It's still he still has mommy issues. He got a great working relationship with all his children's mom except for her. Such a narcissistic thing to say. The court documents don't say that it's always been great. He'll lie. He said he did his inner work. He's does therapy. He'll lie. He'll lie. Ain't no way that man ever went to no therapy. He can't even afford it. How you go? She has a lack of self awareness, but he tried to visit the baby at damn near midnight and been crashing out because she wouldn't let him in. Crashed out on her last time because he wouldn't leave her apartment and then demanded that she give him some nookie. But he want everybody to think her kitty cat stank. But he keep crashing out behind that kitty cat. So if it does smell, he likes it. And it's been infected multiple times. And he don't care. Because he done crashed out twice in a week behind that kitty cat. You better keep holding that cat, girl. You gotta press, 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 press. You don't let nobody play in your face like that. Don't let nobody play with you like that. You deserve respect. I don't care if I don't like the way you mother your children. You still don't let nobody play with you like that. And I don't like the way you mother your children. But you gotta start somewhere. Put some boundaries with him. He got more receipts. She should have been collecting them. She should have been. But he said he got more receipts because she go on the internet and do it to herself. But is he not doing it to himself right now? Say what now? I didn't hear that. You know I'm gonna do it the way I did it yesterday. Live reaction and then go do a replay reaction as well. See? Cause she puts it out there. See, he always going somewhere with it. He just wanted to build up to say she didn't have to tell the world that he came over there last night. See, he wanna do that in secret. He wanna try to pop up unannounced and visit the baby at midnight. 11 o'clock is around midnight. He wanna do that in secret. And every time she exposed him, he get in his feelings. It's part of his crash out. Keep exposing him. He trying to make you look bad. He been doing interviews talking about you for years. Bad. Good. She finally fighting back. It took her long enough. Cover yourself in the mud and sling that ish. Hell, man. First of all, the moment he said your cat smelled, you wasn't never supposed to get no more. How you walk around letting this man have everybody think you got a which she probably does though. She said she had BV and didn't know for how long, how many months. How the hell you have BV and don't know? You used to your shit smelling? What the fuck? That's weird. That's weird. How the hell you got BVs from July to giving birth in March and you didn't know until after you gave birth? You must be used to your stuff being smelly. That's weird. But doesn't matter. He was all up in that BV kitty cat. But you want to tell everybody it smell. I will look. I don't understand how you let somebody play with you like that. Charge it. Good morning. Welcome in. How you doing? She said. Good morning, Kiss. I don't know who Kitty y'all talking about, but I hey Kitty. I mean not Kitty. Happy Sunday, Charge it. You are funny. Yeah. Ag- So it's a live reaction to the People's Chump, which is Bestie Westies. If you hear me talk about the Bestie Westie is vibing in real times. Baby Daddy, he is currently doing a live, crashing out on her like, and he most of the time he privates it as soon as it's done or deletes it. And I presume that's what he's gonna do about it again. Okay. But it's a live reaction to him. And so things he's currently saying on his live or have said about his baby mama. And that was one of the things he said. She had a smelly kitty, but she revealed that she had Idia, STI, and also BV that was revealed to her after she gave birth in March. But she thinks that she got it in July from somebody she sold the cat to. So that's what she said. I'm like, you would that stuff say it make you smell fishy. You mean to tell me you would walk around smelling like sardines down there from July to March, and you didn't have anything that went ooh, something wrong. But he had already told everybody she had a smelly kitty. But you know what? Twice in the last week, she done denied him that kitty, and he crashed out both times. So he like it. He like that little kitty. Probably put his face in the place of that little smelly kitty too. So nobody care. We don't want to hear you complaining about somebody kitty cat smelling when you gonna crash out behind that thing. You just making yourself look bad. If you gonna keep on humping the smelly kitty, then don't tell us that you gotta air out the room when you done. You put a baby up in that thing. He's talking about I still dealt with her. Because the heart wants what the heart wants. That's what he said. He literally just said, not behind the smelly kitty, but something else. But I'm gonna put it to the smelly kitty. The heart wants what the heart wants. He still dealt with her. Yeah, on every level, including the smelly kitty. So don't complain about it then. The heart. He full of crap. He just trying to manipulate right now because he has no control because not on she because not only did she not let him in, she exposed him. He's manipulating. Just like he put up this post that seemed supposed to read as a loving post. It wasn't. It was it felt like it was working hard to be endearing, but it wasn't. Ah! Ooh. Oh my gosh, charge it. Ain't nothing like a kitty that purr. Oh, funny. He talking about he wanted to be with her, but he always talking about what he wanted, but he never did it. You had 3 years to do it, and not one time did you do it. We don't care what you wanted. I want $1 million. Am I working to get it? It's a difference. If you want to be with somebody and you've been around them 3 years, you go meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. Just talking. He an idiot. Oh, Muck. I was getting ready to read your comments are gone, Mug Cake Love. Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. I didn't get a chance to read your comments. He wanted to be he did a Mr. Rogers song. Boy, bye. You didn't want to be with her. For real. You just wanted to be a revolving door like you been. And now he over here lying like he had a connect. Let me see what he's about to say. I don't want to talk over it. Build connection to the kids. He wanted to be with her genuinely. And then when she got pregnant, he wanted them to be a family, sure. Ladies, what does that mean coming out of man's mouth who didn't put action to words? She chose not to, which is not true. We know that. He put himself in the problem. That's the only accountability he wants to take. He is the problem. She is too, though. He doesn't want to sleep with her. You went to visit your baby at 2 in the morning, and then you wouldn't leave, and then you went to visit the baby around midnight, but you ain't trying to jump up and down and get busy. Lies. Lies. And showed up unannounced. Who the hell you think you are? He ain't her man, and he wouldn't sign the paternity documents. And he showed up at her house unannounced. The level of disrespect is off the charts. He lucky she even responded to the door. Next time, call the police and don't say nothing to him. Calm the kids down. Let them know it's gonna be okay. They done seen him be crazy before. Put him in the room, soothe them while you wait on ATLPD. Stop playing with him. You do not have to take his crap, bestie. And you know I don't like the way you do them kids, but you do not have to deal with this man. He is not right. He's used to boundaries. That the baby mama before you ran off with the whole baby. He put in the court documents. He couldn't even find her. He used the courts to find her because she disappeared from his awareness of where she was. And the grandma wouldn't even tell him. I think it was yes, it was the grandma wouldn't even tell him where she was with the baby. It took the courts to fish her out. He is used to having problems with baby mamas. But since he been having problems with her, he keeps saying he gets along famously with everybody else, the other baby mamas, and he only has a problem with her. Classic narcissistic bull crap. Classic. Popping up in the middle of the night, entitled to get in, thinking he was about to take her through there, take her through there. No. Every time he try to get some, remind him of how he said Joe Kitty was smelling. Even if it does smell. He must like it. Did he end it? Oh, my thing is spinning. It's toggling. Come on, bang. Hold on. It is toggling. What is going on? It was fully charged. Oh, he's still alive. It might be gone. Um, Hold on 1 second, y'all. It appears as though he ended it. Let me see. I gotta do this. All right, let me see. I'm trying to find them real quick. Then I'm gonna look back at the comment section real quick. Yeah, I wanted to go to the grocery store super early this morning anyway, and I don't why I cannot find this man's page. Did I spell? I did. I spelled it. Missed a letter. And I done woke up early. I was gonna go back to sleep, but hell, I saw this man was live. I said, let me do a live reaction. I think I know why. I'm not finding it. So I might miss part of it if he's still live. Oh, I guess he ended it. Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. So I'm about to, that's fine. I screen grabbed it. If he said he ended it, I probably didn't hear because I was talking. Yeah, I was gonna go back to sleep, and then I saw he was live. I said, let me grab this real quick because he always deletes the live. He come and he talk trash about her, and then he dirty deletes the live. He about to hit um 600 subscribers. He was over here talking about I got a small channel. Mind you, my channel only been in existence a few months. His channel been in existence about 3 years. And with that being said, he's only he was in the 200s, and then he started dragging her more, putting up posts on his community wall. He keeps doing these lives and then deleting the live as soon as he's done with it, where he talk hella crap about her, and then next time he come around, he gonna say something different or change the narrative or spin it in a different direction. He is not honest about what he's saying. So I've been screen grabbing them, and so I would have missed this one, but I just so happened to have to get up out of my sleep, woo, and make a little potty run. And I went to scrolling and I said, wait a minute, not the People's Champ live at Chump. And he just had went live. So I got the whole thing. And yeah, so he just did a little live talking all his stuff about her. And then of course he deleted it. And the next time he comes, he will be saying something different. To me, it's very obvious that he is kind of being reactive to the things that he is being heard, that's being said, the questions that are being posed in a way that he thinks reshapes how he looks. Now, some people might fall for it because now they're going to say what he said about her children and stuff like that, which I'm about to get into. But today, here's the but you weren't saying that before, and it goes against what she said. And if it was true, you would have been consistently saying that. Is he trying? And some of what he said feels like he was trying to speak and appeal to some of the things that I've said. And if anybody, oh, he ain't looking at you, yeah, yeah. First of all, how would he know how small my channel was if he wasn't over here? Second of all, last one, and if you need receipts, I have the screen recording because he dirty deletes, and he called himself talking crap about me by name. That's fine. I don't care what you say, including how small my channel is. Fine. I don't care. I'm a growing channel. I've only been here a few months. You've been here 3 years. We have around the same number of followers. I do reactions. Okay. Well, I mean, at this point, you have grown a little bit since that last time you drug her, and since I saw that he was posting about her last night until this morning, there's several more people over there because they want to see the crash out in real time. Can you blame them? But what is my point? My point is the only way he's been able to grow is off of the back of the same baby mama he's dragging. He don't like this girl. That's what she better recognize. He don't like you. Ain't no man like you that's treating you like that. It ain't right what he does. He don't like her. But he couldn't even get out of the 200s without her. It took him to start dragging her for his numbers to go up and up and up. Okay. I mean, they ain't going up that much, but he got a post up about her right now. He only put this thing up overnight. It was, I don't know what time it was. It's only been a few hours. I'll tell you that. Let me see. Matter of fact, I'll tell you how many hours it's been. Just to give you a comparison. 7 hours ago, he put up a video of her, a short. The 7 hours ago short that he put up of her is it has 504 views. The short that he put up before that has been up for 16 hours. It has 263 views. You see what I'm saying? The people go over there and are following him because of her. His shorts do have more spins, but they weren't getting as many spins before he started crashing out on her. He was lucky he was in the hundreds. He might rarely, airly hit more than some hundreds. Now that the crash out is on her, some people are looking at some of his stuff, but look at how slow the progress is. I'm just pointing out that it's on her back and he needs her and he don't like it. And that's one of the reasons she said he keep telling her to delete her social media. I mean to yeah, her YouTube. He want her deleted. She just celebrated hitting 10,000 on there. Yeah, she been on here a few years. He been on here a few years, but she's hitting 10,000 and he's barely got over 500 because of the crash out with her. So you see what I'm saying? I think that there are those men, they're heterosexual. They are, but they don't really care for women like that. They don't. And they be hating on him and stuff. He want her to get rid of the social media. I think that's one of the reasons because it's an outlet for her to number one make some money in a way that he's not succeeding. So he wants her to get rid of it because he's not succeeding. That's just my opinion. You might not agree with me, but that's what I think. The other thing is, um, it's helping her to expose him because if she had gotten rid of her page like he wanted her to do, then she wouldn't have been able to go live and be like, hey, he was here um in the middle of the night trying to visit the baby. She wouldn't have been able to say the other things that she has said about him. So let me see. Hold on one second, because I'm about to go. Oh, I'm about to go to his wall, and then I'm gonna go back to the um the live, because some of it I didn't even say anything to, because like I told y'all, I had just got up, literally was making a potty run and was going to go back to sleep. And I said, I'm about to brush my teeth real quick, which is weird because I still was getting ready to go back to sleep. I said, he live? I hit that live. I said, I'm just going to let the beginning of it play, and then I'll go back around and react to the beginning part of it. But I just felt like I needed to brush my teeth. Dang. I might still go back to sleep. I wanted to go to the grocery store super early, so I might just go on and get dressed. Heck, I'm up now. Let me see. So let me get into my comments too, because I'm trying to manage both. Y'all was laughing about that little musty kitty. He crashed out behind that thing. Charger said, Kiss, what's their channels? I need to watch something different. Tired of the same old uh same old. He is I am the people's champ, you know. I call him the people's chump. And then she's vibing in real time. She used to call herself a bunch of different names, and she would come on screen and refer to herself as the bestie Westie. So that's why I call her that. Good morning, Brandywine. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. How are you doing this morning? She said, yes, we hang out late last night over at Grandma. Yeah, charge it. It was fun, though. It was fun. It was. And then bumped over to T1000. And I messed around and fell asleep. But I knew I was about to go to sleep. I said, no. I said, no. I said, I'm too tired. I got to go to sleep. But I left it. I left it up, though. Always do that though. I'll do that. I know especially if it's late, I'm like, oh, I'm probably about to fall asleep. I just let the thing play out. Let it go on and play out. I don't know how they calculate that or whatever, but if it's beneficial to someone, then they benefit in that way. I hope y'all had fun, fun, fun. I was definitely enjoying those riddles over on It's Grandma's World. That was very much so fun. And some of them I was that close. I was too slow reading the rest of it. I said, okay, I got it next time. I think I did okay though, but it was fun. That's all that matters though. That's all that matters. She said, thank you, Kiss. She said, I'm good. How are you? I'm good. I'm very much so blessed. I cannot complain. Thank you for asking. Yes, indeed. It is a good Sunday morning. I'm about to get into looking at this man's community wall. So he got this thing up from 7 hours ago when he posted that video. First of all, let's listen to this video. Let's listen to this video, okay? Let's do that. Oh, I was about to say, did he delete it? Listen to this. Okay, yeah, wait, hold on. I gotta take the sound out my ear. Listen to this. What? This is this man. It appears as though he's at her apartment because she's laying on purple linen, which is what's on her bed, and we know because she never changes it. He got a camera right in her face, like right in her face. Okay, you can hear the Momo, the middle child. You can hear him in the background. Listen to this. Why you don't want our family to work out again? She looked like she just woke up too. Narcissistic abuse. They'll catch people when they real tired or when they just woke up, right? So she just woke up. He got a camera phone in her face. You're pregnant.
And you don't want your family together? Is that what you said?
You can see tears in her eyes. You can see tears in her eyes. So his pregnant, presumably hit somebody carrying his baby. This how he treating her.
That's what you said, right? You just had so much to say. Go ahead and say it.
You hear the baby in the background, Momo, the now 4-year old. I don't know if he was 3 or 4 at the time. He might probably was 3. He's right there, right? You hear how loud and clear his voice comes through? And he said, "Get out."
I'm listening. All right. I'm done recording. So now, you don't want your family together?
I'm done recording. So now you don't want your family together? Still got the phone in her face, still recording.
We don't got no family. So why you don't want your family together? This is your chance to talk. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Like touch the phone or something, like she trying to push it out of her face. When I tell you it's literally right in her face. She looked like she just woke up. She yawning and everything, like you do when you just wake up. But she's the problem. Let him tell it. Like only her, not him.
What's so horrible you don't want your family together?
What's so horrible you don't want your family together? I just want to make sure the sound is coming through clearly.
Because you're a narcissist, you're abusive, you're a gaslighter, you're a manipulator, and you're a cheater.
Because you're a narcissist, you're an A user, you're a gaslighter, you're a manipulator, and you're a cheater. That seems pretty clear to me. She said it to him. Okay? He said he turned. Now he gonna turn around because he always making excuses. I can only imagine what he would say. But mind you, he just told her, okay, it's off. Talk. So she's supposed to think she's no longer being recorded. I'm pressing play.
So I abuse you? I abuse you?
So the rest of it must be true because he locked in on the AUs. But listen to what she said.
Emotionally, yes. Emotion. How did I emotionally? No. You said it.
A notification popped up on my screen. Hold on. The sound went down.
Emotionally, yes. Emotion. How did I emotionally? I'm gonna say it. No. You said.
You hear the toddler right there? But on his last live, he be looking out for the kids. Why would you do that in front of a toddler? But back to the conversation. She said, you know, I don't have to explain it. And she right. If you dealing with a narcissist, that's an endless trap. It's a black hole. Don't do it. They know what they doing.
That's why you like to play games. I'm not playing no games with you. You let me this whole relationship and gaslighted me, manipulated me, and lied to me about marriage and living together. And you've been cheating on me with multiple people.
Boom. That's pretty concise. And all that while her toddler, probably 3 at the time because she was pregnant, is right there.
You've been cheating on me with multiple people. That's why I don't want to be with you. Okay, how many times have you cheated and I know about it? I haven't cheated with you. Never? So what about Marcus? What about Marcus? What about Marcus?
Marcus, the interviewer from ASI. That's who he's talking about.
Marcus. What about Marcus? Me and you were not talking. Now we
Me and you were not talking.
weren't talking. What about that other guy?
But notice. He said, "What about Marcus?" She's shaking her head no, and she verbally says, "Me and you were not talking." Did you see what he did? He moved on. He moved on because he knows he's recording and he knows they weren't talking. Because, and that's why I'm convinced, because if they were talking, he would have pressed it, but he didn't press it. Isn't it weird to be like, what about Marcus? And then when she go, me and you weren't talking, you go, hmm. But let's see. My friend. Now he was your friend. For my birthday, we're not talking. Oh, so you just now admitted that you slept with that white man? The friend that treated her for the birthday on the post, I think it was, if it wasn't the post, it was her live. She said it was the friend Craig that she was hanging around, which is somebody different. He's saying she admitted that she slept with a white man, but she did corn with a white man. So what is he talking about? And I didn't watch it, y'all. I just wanted to see if it was true what they were saying that she actually did corn. I googled the corn name and I saw the screen, what they call them, the thumbnails. It was a couple of thumbnails, and I was like, this is too much. I don't want to see this. I can't. My poor innocent eyes. Oh, my poor innocent eyes. I can't handle this. She said, oh no. Yeah, Brandy Wine. He is a mess. You got the camera shoved dead in some directly in someone's face, and they just woke up. Pregnant. Their 3-year-old so close that his voice dang near louder than the two of them. And he is not a problem. Like, come on. So then he posts a screenshot of a text message that she sent him. She says, I was with you in June. First dude, July 8th, condom. She said, I know for a fact ain't him. Second dude, July 13th. The 14th, I took a plan B and pregnancy test, multiple that week. The plan B can't work if you're already pregnant. I was already pregnant when with the first dude. I just never knew until the 14th when I took the pregnancy test. Wizzy looks nothing like the first dude either. You see, you couldn't be the right man for me. You've been using me for X since the very beginning, not moving right and being a man of your word. I had X with men for money. You never cared about me, or else that would have never happened. One dude that was over here, um, who I was doing content with, I slipped because I knew you was not into me and talking to other people. She's, whew, you never loved me. So you can blame me all you want. She said, you were moving shady all along. Now I got a baby and you humiliating me repeatedly. She said, God revealed to me all the dirt you've been doing to me since being pregnant. So I'm good. And then he posts pictures of, I guess, I don't know who sent this picture, but it's two men in a picture. And underneath it, it says, dude on left. And then there's another picture. It says, Wizzy don't look like either. You're the dad. I only been with you. The thing about it is, let's be real. How many times when these people be talking about who the baby look like, I gotta point out Mari. So now it's giving that the bestie don't know who fathered her child. Again, damn, bestie. You not don't let it mess around and be another man you can't find. Good night, girl. Damn, bestie, ain't you tired of this shit? Having babies by men that you one off? And if you selling the cat, how come you ain't extra protected? That's ridiculous. Stop it. Go get a job, get a job, get a motherfucking job. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people? So she don't know who fathered her child. Just because the child looked the way he looked does not mean that either one of these dudes ain't the father. And you sold the thing back to back. So all three of them was back to back. That's why I told y'all the whole BV thing when it comes to the interviewer means nothing at this point. Because she don't know who gave her what. Because she out there selling it. Mm-mm-mm. And he posted, right, Brandywine, I would set boundaries. Exactly. And that's exactly what she did, which got him crashing out. Cause she said that he'll come to her house. She said he'll be at the house and she want him to leave and he'll refuse to leave. She didn't want to sleep with him, and he insisted on staying. He laid in her bed and he tried her all night. And then he woke up in the morning and he left. And guess what? He went live and he screamed and raged like a little itch. That's what happened. But so that's when she said she didn't give him none. But the way that he was crashing out, I believed it. I was like, you know what? Because I don't always believe her. I think they got a little secret, little low key, little thing going on. And she would have been cool with it because she did a live last night and she said that if he could have just, crept and kept it on the low and all that other kind of stuff, then that would have been a little thing. But no, he can't do that. No, he not, because he wanna have his cake and eat it too. He was never gonna lock her down for real because he know how bad she wants it. So I feel like it was just a carrot he was gonna continue to dangle in her face forever. And
Mhm.
that's proven too because when the baby was in the hospital recently, he said, "What if I was to tell you to meet me at the courthouse on Friday and we get married?" See, he just gaslighting because he was looking at her and his little wanker was trying to move and he was thinking, I'm about to set her up so I can smash because he liked that little stanky kitty. He liked that little stanky kitty. So don't tell us no more how it smell because you keep liking it. You keep crashing out behind it. He putting up the picture when I guess this is the picture of when she took, oh, it is, because she came to the house and he wouldn't let her in. And she said she had to use the bathroom and he wouldn't let her in. So she took a crap and left it at the door. And he put up that picture. So he's trying to humiliate her. But we don't care, Will. We don't care. Will, since you like to be one of the listeners, we don't, a real woman or man is not going to care or feel for you that your baby mama did the things that you mentioned. She slept with somebody else. You don't know who the father of the children are. You listing off several men. You listing off several men. Let me go into where you listed them here. You said the clear dude, you said ASI, you said the bus driver, you said the guy with the white tongue, you said the dude who took you skydiving, you said those last two pics that he just posted. So what's it? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So WTF else? Come clean, narc, bipolar, mental patient. That's what he had to say about her. But guess what? She's 31. You're almost 50. You should have more maturity on her, but you immature. A real woman and a real man is a logical thinker. You know what you said today? A logical thinker? A logical thinker wouldn't give a about your complaints right now. You know why? Because you just listed off all those people that she slept with. You trying to say she's a cheater because she's calling you a cheater. You put up this post when she took a crap and left it in front of your door. You put up this post showing pictures of these other men trying to bring somebody else into the conversation. Let me see. You could put up a post shaming her for internet begging. You put up a post about her mental health, right? You put up a post, etc., etc. But guess what? You steady crashing out behind that kitty cat. You steady showing up at her house trying to get some of that kitty cat. You steady showing up to the hospital pretending to be doting. You put up that message. Let me see. I don't think I have it in this phone. I got it in the phone that I'm on, so I can't pull it up. Because if I could, I'd read that message as well of you fake doting on her. Okay, just only the end of last week, not even a full week ago. Okay, so nobody, anybody that is a logical thinker wouldn't give two craps about what you're saying about her and what you're accusing her of. Why? You know why? Because you keep going back to it. You keep talking about what you wanted to do. You're gaslighting. She's right. Because if you were done, you'd be like, stick a fork in me, I'm done, and be done. And you stay on, I'm done. But instead, you say things like, I wanted to marry her. I wanted to this. I wanted her and the kids to live with me. So that means that you don't care about any of those other things. And like she said, you guys weren't together when she got with those other men. And that's obvious. Did you forget we've been watching her live? Did you forget that we have been watching her live and she's live all the time? You have been a revolving door relation. Now I don't even want to call you I can't even call it a relationship. You've been like a revolving door in her life. In, out, in, out, in, out. No real commitment. And guess what? Will, when you don't really commit to someone, they get to do what they want to do. You over there doing what you want to do. You got different ones. You claiming that you can pull them. Ain't that what you said? Please don't make me make this long and go into your last live. Cause I'll react to both of them back to back. When you was over here talking about who you can pull and what you ain't gonna do, and I could have any one of them, and I could sleep with this one and that one and the third, including throwing my name in there. Boy, bye. You are never in your wildest dusty dreams. If I was available, I wouldn't let a dust bucket like you anywhere near me. That's why you got to go to someone like a Marissa, because only Marissas take your crap. That's the bestie Westie. They're the only ones who take your crap until she wakes up. And it seems like she's waking up, and good for her. Listing off all the women that you could have. But you ain't list off all the women you could afford, though. But even if you could afford somebody, I'm just saying, just keep me out of that conversation. Because even if you could afford me, you couldn't come anywhere near me. You are toxic. All the things that she accused you of are very obvious that they are true. And it takes more than just dropping off some D to be a real man in a situation. You're not a real man. You done had 6 kids by 6 baby mamas. You done had beef and drama and fighting with all of them. Okay, it's court documents to document at least half of them that you have had problems with, to the point that it had to get to the court in the area that you're in. You can't even see your kids without courts being involved in some situations, or when you was in back in arrears with the children and all the other narratives that you try to go against. And yet again, by the time a woman gave birth to your child, there was problems. The difference is this woman is really trying with you, and she would have been moldable and down for whatever, and you weren't man enough to step up into that manly role and do what real men do. And you, instead of growing up in your mindset and being in more of a well-rounded mentality when it comes to dealing with a woman, you want to list off the women you could sleep with. What are you, 20? A young man might think like that. I could pull her. I could pull her. I got pros in different area codes. Not no damn 50-year old. Your ass almost 50. Sit your old ass down somewhere, grandpa. And they was in the comments calling you Unc that one day. Unc my ass. That's a grandpa. That is literally somebody granddaddy. Over here calling other people old. Call yourself that too. But anyway, she said, Brandywine said, couldn't be me. And I think that Westie is starting to wake up, and I hope that she continues to wake up, because she deserves better. I don't like the way she does on a lot of things, and I definitely don't like the way she does the baby. But at the end of the day, nobody deserves what he's dishing out. And if she's so bad, why don't he respond to it the way he claims that it is? He's the elder too. He's just full of it. Um, she's blessed that all she received was a pregnancy. No, she received more than a pregnancy. She caught it let me see, how can I say it? She caught leidia. She caught it leidia, and she also caught BV, and she's had BV twice. Yeah. So she's caught something a few times. Brandywine said, "Kiss, I'll catch your replay. I need some I need some sleep." Okay, Brandywine, thank you for coming in. Um, sleep well. Let me see. Let me go over to I'm about to go over to let me just finish his community wall. He said,
It says internet begging is crazy when you can work. Well, actually, I scrolled up some. He said, "Oh, the time you left this at my door." He said, "Put it on the internet and gave out my work number." He says, "On the internet's crazy, lady, but you never done nothing mentally insane person." I love that he's always calling her mentally insane. And of course, I'm being sarcastic because he's clearly nuts. So, and then somebody came in his comment section. She said, "Well, I know this is crazy, ain't it, Brandywine? It's literally crazy. My goodness, it don't make no sense at all." All right, Brandywine Boo. I'll see you somewhere on somebody's channel in somebody's comment section until the next time. Thank you for coming over. The comment section, he said, oh no, he's when he's talking about what she left at his door, the crap at the door because he wouldn't open the door. Um, Somebody came into his comment section and the first person to comment said, "But you still slept with her several times after that." Thank you, comments. Somebody said, "Disgusting. Only someone in need of serious mental health counseling would leave this at someone's doorstep. If I was a dude, the next time she would have seen me was in the delivery room for a DNA swab." But of course, but these are people. The next commenter is talking about him as if he isn't a problem. He be First of all, it's been proven at this point that he's baited her over to his house on multiple occasions, and then after she got there, he wouldn't let her in, or either he put her out. The next comment said, "But she said, get on her level. She's the once in a lifetime girl." Oh my gosh, some of these comments I'm not gonna read, but because somebody did say just low down nasty. So now he lists off all these dudes that she supposedly been with. And the person says she cheated with 7 guys. Why is she making it seem like she has done no wrong? Wisdom is twins with the second guy. She said she took a plan B after hooking up with. She said the two tricks are from her YT. Here's my thing. He calls her, he says, "Come clean narc bipolar mental health patient." And this was 6 hours ago. Keep in mind that two, was it I think it might have been Friday night, maybe Friday night. She talked about, yes, it was, wait, what day did I get sick? It actually might have been Wednesday. But one of these nights last week, she came um on her page and she talked about the other two potential guys, but she said they are not a part of the equation because of the timeline. That's her point of view. I'm just literally saying what she said, but she talked about them. And so she had already put that out there, but he's naming a whole bunch of other people. Now, mind you, we don't know how many clear dudes it's been, but there's a clear dude in a corn video. And if that's who he's talking about, she would, didn't she say she was off with him when she did anything else? ASI. She was off with him in her interview um with ASI way back then. She said they were off. Even then it was known they were on again, off again. So they were at an off time when that happened. That's documented back then. That's funny that she got with the bus driver. But anyway, moving on. It almost sound too like she was going on dates. And if she was literally cheating on him and he was finding out about it and he was forgiving her and getting back with her, then we don't want to hear you itching and complaining about it now because you decided to be okay with it. But I don't believe that's the case. I believe that he's just trying to make her look like a 304 and a cheater because she's saying he's a cheater. But honestly, Westy, how can he be a cheater when he's been a revolving door? A revolving door man is not committed to you. So how is he really cheating? I'm not defending him on any level. But unless he said he was committed to you, he's not cheating with you. Unless y'all have something established that when y'all are together and hook it up, you don't hook up with anybody else. I know I heard you. You said if he hook it up with you, that you don't want him hooking up with anybody else. But that doesn't mean he's committed to you. That doesn't make it cheating. That just means that he violated the agreement. It's different. That's more like what's the word they call it? A situationship, not necessarily a relationship. But if you're going to get with a man who continues to sleep with other people at the same time that he's sleeping with you, rotating multiple partners, then that's your accountability to take. So both of y'all are accountable when it comes to this. On both sides, they should be accountable. He said internet begging is crazy when you can work. I ain't gonna hold you. She should get a job, get a motherfucking job. But also him pointing out her internet begging, I'd be thinking he'd be jealous. I ain't trying to be funny. I know y'all hear me out. Hear me out. This word is overly used, but it's something about him that just give like wussy man girl. So I don't know, but she does need to get a job. But it ain't like he guided her to do better. You see what I'm saying? Like she might not listen to us, but he was the man in her life. He could have guided her to resources. He could have helped her figure out the resume situation. He could have motivated her to want to do better. He literally could have. Why? Because he chose to be with her and he gave her he put a baby in her. That's a lifetime of commitment to some extent, even if it's you got to interact with her and deal with her. So, I mean, dragging her now does not make him look better. That's just my point of view. And something is off with him. He said, somebody said, I'm with you when you write. Somebody else said, I so agree. I detest lazy, self-entitled, able-bodied people, blah, blah, blah. Amen. She said she's a great mom that does everything to take care of her kids except provide a stable home. I'm convinced she's mentally incapable. But he's also mentally incapable. She might be, but so is he. Because this man told the courts that he makes the amount of money that he makes, some people make weekly. That's what he listed to the courts. So if she got a job, is it okay, let me see how I want to say this because I got questions. Y'all already know I got questions. Good morning, happy Sunday, welcome in. I got questions. And one of the questions I have is this. If you're going to give somebody advice, shouldn't you kind of follow the advice? Now, step one, he said get a job. He has a job. But he doesn't have a job that makes him enough to pay his own monthly bills, let alone take care of four minor children plus one in college, five kids plus himself. He don't even make enough money to really take care of himself for real. The amount of money he told the courts that he earns versus his expensive puts him $5,600 underwater on a monthly basis. So while he over here telling her to get a job, should he not also tell himself to get another job? Because clearly he has the criminal history and the work skills to work a certain level of a job. So he probably going to have more than one job. But instead of working one job and not being able to afford your life and having terrible credit and continuously having court filings against you, maybe you need to get a second job because you want to make all these children. But instead of focusing on yourself, you want to focus on her. Both of y'all need a job. You need another one, and she needs a job. That there, two of those things could be true at the same time. Next one says, you through your family, you claimed you wanted you mental. Oh, you through your family, you claimed you wanted you mental health patient. That's what it says. You through your family, you claimed you wanted you mental health patient. Boy, the sentence structure be garbage. It's so hard to read the stuff he writes sometimes. Um,
You are the problem in all caps. I don't want ever again on my soul. a a 50-year-old talking about on my soul. This man over 50, he talking about on my soul. Grow up. Can you grow up for crying out loud? He says, let me read that last sentence again. I'm telling y'all, I'm literally reading it the way it's written. It says, I don't want ever again on my soul. I guess he don't want the problem ever again, which is her. She threw away the family she claimed she wanted. How she throw it away? So he has no accountability as usual. And then, mind you, he's crashing out. These are all coming back to back. Oh, I'm gonna count them. No, I think I'm gonna run. I'll start a running count right now, real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 back to back community wall posts targeting her. And this is all coming because, according to her, he popped up at her house at an not visiting hours, pushing midnight. That's how I describe it. They say 11 o'clock. Somebody said 11 p.m., pushing midnight, right? And unannounced, and wanted to get in to air quote visit his newborn, and she wouldn't let him in. The newborn that he wouldn't legally claim at the hospital, which is embarrassing for her as well. Imagine being a woman that gives birth. This man shows up when he feels like it after you give birth, supposedly to his child. And then when it's time to sign the birthing documents, he argues with you and refuses to sign. How embarrassing must that have been for her? How embarrassing. But she's the mental health patient. Let him tell it. So it says, you mental health for real, right? She mental health, but he's crashing out. That's why I just read how many counting how many posts there are. Hold on. Let me do this. She can't keep up with her lies, someone says. Absolutely the biggest crash out dummy on YTube. YT, I'm here for it. By the way, but can he keep up with his lies? Because he thinks that if he deletes his lives, then his lies don't live because he deleted his lies. His lives. Damn, it's a tongue twister. He thinks if he deletes the lives, he can change the narrative, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But the reality is they live on. They live on. And he keeps changing up what he's saying or adding to it or trying to speak to certain things. Boy, bye. Get out of here. You a chump. You a wimp. You a simp. You a bum. More than anything else, ain't nothing worse than a man that won't go and do what he got to do to earn money. I'm not saying I'm saying legally. Earn money legally to take care of the kids he made. If you want to keep making babies, then you're going to have to step up your earning potential and figure it the F out. For real, not no fake stocks and bonds, lies, not no fake car company, lies, real money, because kids don't eat off of a false narrative. $700 for 5 kids. That's what he told the courts, when the truth is it's only documented that it's like 400, 2 and 2. Somebody said, oh, somebody they saying that she's a liar. It's funny AF. She always exposed her lying. She does lie though. I'm not saying that she doesn't. She definitely be lying, but so does he. Now this person said she is truly mental. She said in the messages that she took a plan B with the second guy, but she's in her live saying she didn't go raw. Why would you need a plan B if you use protection? First of all, that as much as that is something to think about, you never know. Let me help you jog your memory a little more. Remember when she said that she had um The interviewer. No, you're wrong. That's about somebody else. That's why I didn't want to read her comment. I don't know what she be on. I guess for double protection. Exactly. Like, is as even if you did that, you want to be extra, extra sure. It's not far fetched. Now that one ain't that's not a fair argument. Somebody said the fact that you play in, oh, this is him. He said the fact that you play in my face and the people's face. Okay, I'm fixing it. I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna start reading this exactly as they're written. Written. The fact you play in my face and the people face, I can't trust you. Explanation point. I love Wiz, and your other two sons. I held you down over and over again, but you did this, not me. He held her down, but when she goes, so after he slept with her over and over again all night long, um, so, and I was saying it in like a certain voice, like I was really trying to, make sure that I was careful with my speech and everything. And I said, Will, um, do you think that if something happens and me and the kids need a place to stay, um do you think that we can kind of stay with you for a little bit, just crash at your place, like, just a little bit, we won't be there very long. And he just sitting there looking at her like he deaf all of a sudden, like he a deaf mute. And he didn't ever tell her, like, yeah, sure, y'all could come and stay to make sure that you don't go homeless. Yeah, you can. No, he did not do that. He didn't give her that comfort or that peace of mind. Mind you, all the while he had posted on his community wall, save the children. I'm gonna do that one too. I'm gonna probably do that in another live and pull it up and just read off all the stuff that he had up there. Excuse me, with those stuff he had on his community wall with the Save the Children hashtags and all the comments that was in there. One of them, he's talking about how she need to get a baby to him, mind you, the baby he didn't legally claim, and the other two kids to her mom, um, and then go be homeless. And then she came back and said, "Why are you even speaking on my mama? My mama can't stand you." Notice that he keep talking about the kids, but he ain't really been saying too much about that mama though. Yeah. She said her mama don't like you. Can you imagine her mother liking you and you treating her daughter like that, even if her and her mama have a strained relationship? Like, come on, bro. Somebody's comment to his post here talking about you did this, not me. Talking about playing in his face. The first comment says the baby name is the only wisdom between y'all two. You better say that. You better say that. That's the only wisdom between the two of them. That's it. Because it ain't no wisdom anywhere else in the equation. Okay. This one said, I'm going to be 100 with you. You both, come on, y'all. Y'all is coming through with the truth over here on his page. They said, I'm going to be 100 with you. You both knew who each other were prior to that beautiful baby coming into the world. Marissa was in her appointment working, taking care, oh, apartment. Okay. Marissa was in her apartment working, taking care of the kids. Had a car. She was doing great. She said she wanted to be married, have a family. She continued to deal with you, even though y'all had issues back then. Having X, no protection, both of you chose not to. She gets pregnant, both of your choices. Now everything is destroyed. She has been, I think they're, oh, I think they meant to say talking. She has been talking about marriage the entire time. Absolutely, she has. She told her mother y'all were getting married and getting a place. She took up for you when speaking with her mom. You have never taken up for her, ever. Oh, there's a time when she spoke to her mom? Interesting. Now that I didn't see.
It says, is she perfect? No. But your mind games and manipulation tactics, and let y'all at this moment, you knew she had a money managing issue, but you let her spend hundreds of dollars on you and your 5 kids on Valentine's Day. Why? You kicked her out in the middle of the night with her kids while pregnant. That's insane. Regardless of what she did or said, you are the problem also. You better say that. You better say it. That was all truth. Straight up, unshaken, unstirred. Hold on, let me drink something. I think my voice. Let me wet my whistle. That was the truth right there. You know that all that talking be drying your voice out. Oh my gosh. That's some good green apple Gatorade Zero. Phew, I'm about to go get some. It's on sale. Listen, when I go to the grocery store, I'm about to stock up. It's on sale. Anyway, uh back to the comments. She keep calling you the enemy, but not herself. After she cheated with 7 dudes and at least 2 unprotected. How could the interview dude give her BV if she used protection? If she used protection with the guy in the picture, why she need a plan B? She's a sociopath, habitual liar. That's that same commenter from the previous comment. I'm trying to tell you, when she said that she had got BV from the interviewer, but she said that protection was used and it came from his mouth. I was like, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Is that how that happens? And then I looked it up. At some point, I think I only looked it up recently. Excuse me. Oh, I didn't mean to belch like that. But it turns out it's a possibility that it can happen, but it is kind of strange because she is with different dudes and making plays, and some with protection, some not. I don't know what she got going on. She just giving that thing out, and she don't know where she getting stuff from. But it's also not a far fetched to speculate that some of it is coming from that dude over there, uh her alleged unlegally documented baby daddy Will, and also because Will know he been doing stuff. Because if he didn't, then why did she get the birthing center to give prescriptions for him as well and give him prescriptions, and he took the prescriptions? So he must think he has something, which if y'all sleeping with each other, then y'all do. And both of y'all sleeping with outside people. So ain't no telling who's bringing what into the situation. But for him to call her mental and put everything on her with no accountability of himself as if he's not the same is really, really weird to me. Let me, you know what, while I'm on here all super early, y'all. Wait, hold on. Let me see. What is happening? What is this? I'm about to go back to this in just a moment, y'all. I gotta dip over and look real quick and see. I gotta see real quick. What time the grocery store opens? What time does the grocery store open? And then I gotta see if I'm gonna continue on or if I'm gonna come back. Oh wow, they open super early. No, that's not the location I want. One more second, y'all. What location do I want? Oh damn. Oh, I didn't know they open that early. Oh yeah, y'all. Let me see. I ain't gonna do this too long. I'm about to go. I gotta get off it. I gotta clip my coupons.
Let me get to the store while nobody's there. Okay, y'all, let me get back over here. He says, for the record, Wiz is my son until I find out something different. But you won't let me see him or talk to him, which isn't good for him and me, crazy lady. Listen to this. This is the unlegally documented old man, alleged father of the Bestie Westie's baby, Wizzy, Wisdom. And um he showed up at her house. Somebody in the comments said it was 11 o'clock at night. So that's why I say around midnight to so called visit the baby. Again, unannounced. And on her live, she said he's not legally the father, right? Because he refused to sign the birthing documents. So she didn't have to let him in. And she's right. It's like, finally, Westie, you're getting it right. Not just, you got to stick with it though. You gonna have to stick with it. Come on, don't switch up. Don't give in to the peer pressure. You don't have to unblock him. You don't have to talk to him. You don't have to deal with his crap. And if you want to call the police, let him call. What is he gonna tell the police? The custodial parent wouldn't let me in when I popped up in the middle of the night, and she's holding a baby that only has her name on the birth certificate from me. And what the police gonna do? They gonna put him into a 72-hour hold because he crazy. But he on here calling you crazy. Girl, please, you better wake up. But anyway, he's saying that so first of all, so you wanted to see your kid at that late hour. You didn't really want to see your kid because if you did, you would be respectful. You're not with her. You're disrespecting her. You went to court and you drug her and threw her under the bus. So therefore, you're going to have to get in contact with her in order to see the baby. And if she blocked you, she can because you're not legally the father. So stand in your power and keep him blocked, and he doesn't get to pop up at your house. That's disrespectful anyway. What if you would have been entertaining someone and this other man got to deal with some drama? You can move on. Hell, he get to see whoever he want to see. He get to run off on the plug. He get to have Brenda and Gina and Lena and China, all the names he was claiming he could pull, and all the ones that you know he got on the side. So you can have somebody on the side too, and that's your business. And if you want to do what you, I'm not saying you should sell the cat. Now find something else to do, girl. But at the end of the day, you could be with who you want to be with. It is yours. Now freshen it up now and know when something going on with it. It ain't no business walking around with no smelly kitty, girl. Come on now. Be in tune with your body. But ultimately, you don't have to deal with that. And you don't have to even call the police. Just leave him outside and let him call and go to sleep and relax until they show up. They ain't gonna show up. He not gonna call because he don't have a leg to stand on. So how you gonna, don't take anything he's saying to heart. He talking about, for the record, Wiz is my son until I find out something different. If he felt like that and he was standing 10 toes on it, he would have signed those birthing documents. But he didn't. He played in your face and he disrespected you and he embarrassed you at the birthing center by refusing to acknowledge paternity of your baby, really making you look like a little 304 and a thought. That's ridiculous. Arguing with you right after you gave birth. He was supposed to be helping to take care of you, make things easier for you, and probably giving you a push gift if he thought that was really his baby. But he gifted you some bull crap like he normally does. All the drama he done took you through in the last 3 years, this time stay standing on it. Don't let him wear you down. You don't have to deal with his crap. And guess what? He don't get to pop up at your house at midnight demanding to see a baby that he didn't want to acknowledge. And now that he took you to court about it, you see, he could have said, "Hey, let's go to CVS. Let's get a paternity test. Let's determine
who fathered the baby for real, and then let me do some real things. Maybe you could work with him right now, but he didn't. He went behind your back, bestie, to the courts. Another level of disrespect. Then he slept with you and then went, guess what, heifer? I filed for paternity. Ha ha ha. And I want to know the DNA test. We taking it to court. Ha 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 ha. And embarrass you again. Embarrass you. He keep playing in your face. How long you gonna let this man play in your face? How long? There's nothing that should make you weak. Again, for a man that don't respect you, he done showed you one too many times he don't respect you. And if he don't respect you once, he don't respect you ever. Yes, people fight and they go back and forth and they argue, but please don't get it twisted. Arguing and disagreeing is not disrespect. A couple can disagree and get into it without disrespecting one another. Respect is paramount and it should never be lacking. And a man that doesn't respect you will disrespect you. He disrespected you once, he continues to disrespect you. He publicly embarrassed you once, he continues to publicly embarrass you over and over and over again, shaming you, exposing you, telling things that he should keep close and protecting of you information. But instead, he is airing you out. And you gonna trust that man? You gonna give him how many chances? Don't let a man tell you more than once he don't want you. He done told you repeatedly for 3 years. And yet you done messed around and had his baby. Now you got the baby. Now do what you gotta do. So while he over here talking about this his baby until he finds out something different, let him find out from the courts. Don't let him play this game of going from whose baby is it to ooh, that's my baby. Did he stand in court and go, that's absolutely my baby until I'm finding out something different? Or did he stand in court and say, I don't know? What did he tell them? Because every time he got you outside publicly, he embarrassing you about that. How you gonna let that man continue to dog you out? You deserve better. And you already know, bestie, I don't like the way you do them children, but you still deserve better because nobody deserves that. I'm gonna keep repeating it and say it to yourself. Tell yourself you deserve better. You ain't got to say what I'm saying. Remind yourself you deserve better and also do better. Do better, be better. But remind yourself that you deserve better and don't tolerate his crap. Okay? He's playing games. He says you won't let me see him or talk to him, which isn't good for him and me. Why isn't it good for him and the baby? How many times has Bestie Westie tell us this? Okay, you might have told us on that one live. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. Listen, how many times? Give us about a count of how many times. Be tell us, not including the hospital visits. Okay, when the baby was in the hospital. Okay, tell us how many times your baby daddy has seen your child, okay, wisdom since he's been born. How many times has he seen him? And he's talking about Pampers and stuff like that. Has he bought any? Tell him. Tell it. He want to drag you. Put it out there. Has he bought any packs of Pampers? Has he bought any wipes, any milk? I know you told us about the clothes. Somebody said a pack and play. What else? What else did he buy? And then if you want to get into the weeds with it, how many outfits did he buy? Were they like regular outfits? Were they onesies? Come on, come with it. What has he done? Has he put cash in your hand so that you can go and get something the baby needs, or took you to the store and swiped a card? Has that happened? Put it out there. Since he want to keep on talking about what he doing and dirty deleting it, and you saying he ain't doing nothing, get very specific. How much has he done? What did he actually buy? And how many times has he actually seen the baby? You deserve better than what he's dishing. It says, so How is it um and how he gonna talk? He say talk to the baby as if a newborn is gonna remember any of this. You won't let me talk to the baby. What this newborn gonna remember? It's a damn newborn. I don't mean damn like in a bad way, but this is a newborn baby. This newborn, thank God, this newborn baby will not remember that when he was born, his parents was in total chaos. Chaos, bickering and fighting, carrying on back and forth, threatening to call the police on each other. He won't remember that. Where he go? Where he go talk to the baby? Has he changed any diapers? What has he done? Do he even do for the baby when he there? Does he hold them or is he trying to hold you? Come on, tell us. Is he calling you and checking on the baby since the baby got out the hospital? Went before you blocked him. Before he was blocked on your phone. Let me put the question like that. Was he calling you, talking, checking in on the baby? What did he ever check on the baby without trying to get in your panty drawers? When he go over there to visit the so-called baby in the middle of the night, you say he went over there in the middle of the night and he stayed all night and did what he did. You and him. At what point in time did he ever change a diaper, feed the baby, hold the baby, hug the baby, spend time with the baby? Tell us. You said that he don't really do too much with your kids. What is that really like? Is he in the room with the kids doing stuff? Or is it like a unit of family time when y'all are all together? What is that like? What do your kids think about him? Put it out there. Why he want to play like he's such a doting and I was doing this with her kids. And he said, did you hear it? He said he gave Thomas a card and some money. Let me get on through this. Hold on, let me see. Oh, okay. And I'm starting to get sleepy again. I need to go to the grocery store. Let me see. Because I'm trying to do this and I got one more thing I want to do before I conclude this. Oh, let me see. Oh, I wanted to read the comment. That's what it was. Oh no, I think I just read that, did I? Wait, let me see. Oh yeah, yeah. That's the one I just read. I don't know why I thought that was the same, but not herself. I said that the last two comments that I read, I said it was the same person, but it's actually not. That's my bad. For the record, oh no, that's why. Oh, because I clicked on the wrong one. No wonder. I was like, damn, I didn't think I read those comments. Okay, so this is the one for him talking about the baby is his for the record and it's not good for her to keep the two of them apart. The real question is, did you take those pills she gave you? That part. Come on. Where he contracted the STI. She got the medication. She said it came from him. She found out she had it when she gave birth. She got enough meds for the both of them. She gave him the medication, but she later asked him if he went to the doctor and got himself actually checked out and he told her no. I believe her. keep him in Keep him and his interests first in your mind because he's innocent in all of this and didn't ask to be here. This person stayed down for him. Are the results in already? Curious because your recent online behavior, which is being screenshot around the world, is not helping your case. Over to her place, throwing rocks at the window, if it's true, is dumb, dude. Unless you want to catch a stalking, trespass, vandalism, damage to property, or other BS charge. Actually, that's a great idea. That's what she should have done. She should have just called the police and let them handle it so she can build up her defenses since he's trying to take her baby. This person said, Will is the problem too. He's playing mind games with this woman, and intentionally so. The next comment said, Will It is your choice not to sign your son's birth certificates because you didn't want to pay child support. As of now, you have no rights to him. That's what you get for playing games. If it was her, even after the DNA, the last name wouldn't change until you start acting like his dad that respects his mother first. 100. You better say that straight up 101. You better say it. Cause all of that, I ain't even got to say nothing else. They just said it right there. That's a mouthful. The issue of baby Wisdom's paternity will ultimately be resolved through the courts and the appropriate DNA testing process. That is where those determinations belong. However, the larger conversation should focus on accountability, prevention, and the serious consequences that can. Hold on, y'all. I gotta prop my arm up. Ooh, my arm is so sore. Okay, let me see. Excuse me. However, the larger conversation should focus on accountability, prevention, and the serious consequences that can arise when birth control and sexual health are not treated responsibly. Situations involving uncertainty, legal disputes, emotional turmoil, and public conflict often begin long before a courtroom becomes involved. Proper birth control management, consistent protection, regular STI STD testing, and responsible decision making can prevent many of these complications before they escalate into lifelong issues affecting children, parenting, and entire families. This is especially important given the public health realities in Georgia and the Atlanta metropolitan area. Stale and federal health data continues to show high rates of the House in Virginia, Ghana, you know, Ghana, you know what, La Idia. Y'all know I'm not gonna say these words. Down finally got the PR ep ads to slow down on my damn page and all the suggestions of the House in Virginia content after saying those words, so I can't say it. That was related to a different situation. And Iphilus, y'all know what I'm saying, throughout metro Atlanta and Fulton County. These statistics highlight why unprotected X and careless sexual behavior should never be taken lightly, regardless of relationship status, trust, or personal assumptions. When children are already involved and financial and emotional instability exists, prevention becomes even more critical, right? If abortion is not an option due to personal beliefs, then the responsibility to avoid unintended pregnancy through proper contraception and disciplined decision making become even greater. At the end of the day, the most important concern should be the well being and stability of the child. Children deserve clarity, security, honesty, and responsible adults who understand that actual choices carry real emotional, legal, financial, and health related consequences. Let me see the name. I feel like she be on one, like all the time. She be so on point. She be calling it all the way out. So the next person said, "You're worse than she is. Be a man. Stop popping up at her house. Let the courts handle. Be patient and wait for the DNA test. Then you can have it. Um, then you can have rights." I'm gonna start saying Dana instead of the other three letters because I get tired of this algorithm. This when you on here, they listen. Of course, they listen, right? But then they start giving you suggestions based off what you was talking about. I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that stuff to start popping up on my timeline. So we're gonna be calling those three letters Dana. One of y'all gonna end up in J50 with six baby moms. She must, oh, it says one of y'all gonna end up in J. It says 50 with six baby moms. She must be the prettiest of them all. You did what you had to do. Chill. I'm thinking, honestly, y'all can say what y'all want to say. I don't care how she looks, whether you consider it good looking, bad looking, pretty, not pretty. I don't care about that. I'm thinking she must be the youngest and the best looking of them all to him. It's something about her that's making him crash out. But also, look at all the stuff she's put up with, how she's chased him, how she's tolerated his revolving door. And then when he gasses her about marriage, she peeks up and gets excited. He likes that. He is a narcissist. Obviously, she probably is one too. But he is enjoying that he could rile her up and rattle her up and control her and refuse to leave her apartment but not let her stay at his, and you know what I mean, all the things. And so, he trying to stay connected to that. 50 with 6 baby moms. He is the lowest of the low stock. Who wants that? Anyway, moving on. She have him in the bathroom with no shirt on his little body. And you know what? You telling him why. He ain't even a real man that signed the legal paternity of his kid and would come and help her do better and guide her to do better. Nope. So what you telling him for? What he gonna do? He don't have no rights. You just wasted your comment. Somebody said, "Will, please tell that mental girl to keep some night clothes on that baby." Why don't you tell Will to put his money where his mouth is and give her diapers to put on the baby? He's mental, she's mental. And if you on his side, then you're mental. You can't be on one side or the other because they're both mental. And I'm not on one side or the other. She's a bad mom. She does some horrible things. Dumb. And him, the same. The same applies to him. And they both toxic. Somebody said, you better get that Dana test stat. No telling whose baby that is. And she is such a big fabricator. Better safe than sorry. Duh. That was obvious from day one. To be honest with, and this is a female. Always, so it's an older looking female too. And it's always some female. First of all, he should have got the Dana test stat because he know he a hoe. He know he a hoe. How do you know? Because they told you so. That's why. And you know what? And she out there selling herself. That's why. And guess what? My personal belief, say what you want, feel how you choose. This is how I feel. Even if you're married, I feel like the man is entitled to a Dana test. And I don't think anybody should get offended. If you solid, you have nothing to worry about. The man could think his girlfriend, baby mama, wife is solid and later find out he done spent 10, 15, 20 years paying for a baby that's not his. You know it's the baby's mother. The baby pushes the baby out. Why not just normalize testing all kids? That's just my opinion. Normalize testing all kids so men can immediately make sure this your baby. Ain't no out. You locked in. Let's roll them diapers, that milk. Let's roll you being present, you doing all the things. Or, oops, she got caught. That's how that goes. But at the end of the day, he want to say in one breath that it's his baby, and the next breath he want to doubt it. But financially, he ain't put his money where his mouth is. Let me see. Oh, I think I went too far back. You won't. Oh, oh, that's the one I was looking at. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, I know, because it switched order. That's why. I was like, what the hell? So let me see. Oh, here, okay, here we go. She had, oh, no, no, no. I think I just read those. That's why. Okay. Oh, that was all of them. Oops. I didn't mean to click on that. So he said, rest easy, everyone. Happy Sunday. Boy, bye. With a smile on his face after all that crashing out. I'm going to be 100 with you. You both knew who each other were prior to that beautiful baby came in this world. Marissa was in her apartment. Oh no, I thought so. I said I read that one first. Somebody said, "Hi, Marissa." That does not sound like Marissa. That don't sound. I don't know why that person thought that was Marissa. Marissa don't even. She couldn't even write like that in her dreams. That's definitely not her. She can't even speak and pronounce words correctly. How the hell she gonna write like that? It seems like both of y'all need to grow up. You are as you as an older man like to talk about how she's so immature. She this and that. However, you kept messing with her, manipulated her, and playing mind games with her, knowingly she was not mature enough to handle a relationship. And it's obvious she is mentally unstable and immature. You, as a grown man, never kept messing with her. This person doesn't use periods. Jeez. Is there even a period in sight? No. All of that I read is a run on. So let's go backwards because I was going to stop. It seems like both of y'all need to grow up. Yes. It says you, as an older man, like to talk about how she's so immature. He does, but he never includes himself in that because he's clearly immature. She this and that. However, you kept messing with her, manipulated her, and playing mind games with her, knowingly she was not mature enough to handle a relationship. Maybe she could have handled one had he been mature and acted like that older, mature man and showed up in a manly way versus as the chump and the immature person he plays games and however he acts. It says with her knowingly, she was not mature enough to oh no, I read that. And it's obvious she is mentally unstable and immature. You as a grown man never kept messing with her. Now there a baby involved in all this shenanigans, a innocent baby, whoever it is, and both of y'all throwing rock at each other on the internet is really immature. This is childish behavior. Both of y'all love the attention on the internet. It's not a good look. So stop saying it's her or whatever is really you, Will, playing with her mindset. She not bright and you know it. That's why you keep messing with her. So blame yourself for all the stupidity that's going on is ridiculous at this point. When I tell y'all that literally had a period at the very end, which is ridiculous, just don't even put punctuation. That was a whole long run-on sentence. That's why I read it the way I did. But there some good points in there. However, it's not just her that's immature, it's him as well. So I'm gonna do um a different a part two, just like I did yesterday. Oh wow. Let me see something. Hold on. Wait. The bestie is live, y'all. So we gonna switch over to her. We gonna switch over to the bestie and do a live reaction. Oh, it's freezing up. Oh, she just went live. Oh, okay, here we go. I didn't know I could do that. Oh, yeah, she been live. Okay, well we gonna switch over and do the bestie now. This is the first and last time she speaks on another reaction channel. Listen, meet me back over here because I'm about to end this one and I'm coming back over and we about to do the bestie Westie. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Until a few minutes from now. I'll see y'all there. Peace.